Whoever this message is for today, you are doing some perfect balancing in your life, and it's bringing in an insightful revelation that you're having some kind of perfect alignment with your spiritual path. Now, I'm not going to say that you're perfect every day, because we all are human, and we all go through those stages of, we all have tempers at times, and sometimes we, misspeak, just like I'm doing now. You could be having some issues with communication at this time. Um, I was pulling out some decks here, and the message was really clear about, just keep moving forward. They were showing me a wheel rolling. And then one of the cards popped out here. So I was just preparing the cards, and these popped out. So I'm just going to get right into it here. So if you're new here, my name is Jane. So welcome in. And if you're returning, so glad to have you back. So immediately I noticed that you were protected by angels, because the top card here that they had me bring out this deck had 44, number 44. And I was like, oh, everybody's protected by angels. So, something must be afoot. So then actually this card came out first, the Great Adventure here, which is take a risk and venture forward. So I think that you could be like some form of leader, or like a matriarch of your family or a friend group, or somebody at work perhaps. And then the next card that came out was taking shelter here, which is, the answers are within. So I think you're probably having some days, just like I said in the very beginning here, that, like you question yourself, and, see, the thing is, like, I believe you could also be a recovering people pleaser, like I am. Um, I have, never fit in with my family, and, I never felt, um, the same as people in my friend group. And, I just always felt different from everyone. And I know I'm different. So, that makes a big difference, right? When you know that. So I think on those bad days, because I know we all have them, you know, your answers are within. This gives me, like the hermit, you know what I mean? That's, they have that illumination that you're always going to be led by the light. Your messages are always going to come as you need them. You know what I mean? So maybe this reading is one of those messages. And this deck here is a Lyrian deck. And on the bottom, she was on the bottom. I shuffled the deck and I turned it over. She was back on the bottom. I'm like, oh, okay, I think you want to come out. So this card wants to come out to play, and it's at number 4 again. I just realized that. Starseed, the universe opens through you. So you could be somebody that's, very spiritual, because you're aligning on your spiritual path. And I'm going to do another reading, actually. That was one of the small downloads that I got, was about the perfect balance. And then, like I said, like most days you're probably having that perfect balance, but then on the days that you're not, you're going to be protected by your angels and your starseed family, because if you're anything like me, you probably don't really fit in with your family on this earth plane. Like, your DNA family is different from your soul family. They gave me another download. I'm going to do another reading after this, so I will connect the two in the description, so it's easy for you to find if you're so interested. And if this resonates with you, then the other reading will probably resonate as well, and that's going to be freedom from bondage. So I'm just going to keep moving on here. I don't like shuffling the decks before I start, because cards start popping out really quickly. I have new guide, and she just like, let's get this show on the road, and you know what I mean, starts flipping the cards out, and I just kind of want to do it all on camera. So so we have number 44 on the top here. Let's look at that card. Wow. Okay, so there's a message in this deck here that they want to give us at the end of this reading. So I'm just going to shuffle here, and then I'm going to split the deck as usual. Okay. Number 36. Look, isn't that number 44? Oh, Spirit, is that the card you want? Hold on. You see how fast I reach for this one? So now I'm not sure which one. Ooh. Okay, hold on. I just need to use hone my energy and find out. Left. Yeah. It's a pretty card though. Number 36. Okay. So they want number 44 right out the gate. So we're just going to set that aside here. So they're going to take us on some kind of, oops, sorry, I hit the microphone. They're going to take us on some kind of adventure today. I was just noticing it seemed kind of dark and dreary in here. Let me turn on the light. That helps. Okay. Oh, I got stuff all over my table. If you can just ignore that. I was just smudging crap out of everything because I haven't done a reading in a few days. Been, resting and integrating and, with all the new energies that are coming onto the earth, and you're probably going through the same thing. And that's, with that balance, it's really hard to find that balance. Okay, so where do you want to begin, Spirit? Okay, so they want to leave the tarot deck for later. Okay, start over here. Since the angels are really, change is coming, look at that. I'm here to guide you through this exciting transformation. This is a time of joyous opportunities. That's that great adventure. So protected by angels, you are cherished by the angels. The angels are ruling this thing here. And your soul family, your starseed family is here. You could be getting a third eye or crown chakra upgrade. I know that they, with the equinox, they did a heart opening. And that's for everyone. It's not just, for people that are spiritual. It is literally for everyone. I don't know why these cards are upside down, but okay. Let's see here, Spirit. So you could be seeing number 444. Again, that's with all that angel protection. On the bottom, look, another 4. Be light to others. You have a powerful message to share. Shine your light on the world so that others can learn from you. And I was saying how that I believe that you were some sort of leader or something to that effect. Excuse me. And you could be having, like I'm having a, when I was starting to set this up, I started having, like throat chakra issues. So I was thinking you might be struggling with communication. Now, I don't know if that communication is with the people that are in your life. My dog is whimpering and whining. So you could have a lot of complainers or, people trying to get into your energy, trying to distract you. Hold on. I got to see what her problem is. Hold on. It's a beautiful sunny day out, so I think she just wants us to be outside. It's been a tough winter. I mean, she's a husky, but for her, she's still, that poor dog, she has a really rough life. She has a lot of illness, and she has a lot of allergies and things like that. So she struggles. I been doing a lot to get her better, which is good. Oh, that just split. Inner learnings. Follow your heart. Truth prevails. They're bringing that up twice here with the answers are within. Inner learnings, follow your heart. Yeah, and I was just talking about that heart opening. I do find that when the angels are here bringing messages, that my husky, I don't know if it's because she's so sensitive to the energies, she cannot tolerate being around them. And why I figure she can't is because I think that she no longer recognizes my energy, and it upsets her in some way. Okay. Oh my God, look. Funny spirit. I guess they're going to be doing that today. Initiatory experience. Your current situation is initiating your gifts. Yeah, because you're aligning because of the perfect balance. Okay, I'm going to leave that up. Thanks, Spirit. Wow, Cthulhu. You know, Cthulhu, he stands in his power. He doesn't let people, you know, he doesn't care what people think about him. He doesn't let people tell him who he is. He tells them who he is. Oh yeah, look at that. And they had it line up right there. Follow, truth prevails. Oh, I already took those cards, right, Spirit? Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so you're protected by the angels. You're a star seed. The universe opens through you. You know, I noticed too that this card here, it's about the heart, and oh, it's all that heart opening that they were talking about. Okay, let's see here. These cards are red in the reverse as well, so I'm going to have them pull one out. Okay, God, anytime. This one. Book review, news, the reading light. Something's going to be illuminated. You know, they're bringing up this illumination quite a bit here. You know, see all this light coming here? The book review. Yeah, I think this is about good news, in that you're going to be, I don't know, maybe you're going to get some kind of promotion, or, oh, I wonder if this is because it's going to lead you to that the higher ranking, because of the next video that they want me to do, that has to do with some sort of ranking or something like that. So this card here is about feedback, suggestions, and to critique. You know, I keep getting the feeling that you're dealing with people that you're trying to navigate through people's projections. And now that you're not people pleasing anymore, and you're standing in your power, and you're navigating life through your intuition, people are questioning you. People are, you know, I'm going to tell you just like a short story from my own life. You know, once I stopped people pleasing, then I didn't fit in anymore. You know, when I stopped giving 100% of all my energy and time, money, whatever it is, to other people, I noticed that they just couldn't show up for me. I mean, they can't even wish me a happy birthday, you know what I mean? Like, it's really kind of sad for them, really. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and I was just, you know, and I didn't. Okay, so they wanted me to read a little thing here into this book, and so I'm just gonna get that. And it says here, what does it say here? Where do you want me to read? This card encourages you to stay open to feedback rather than being defensive. Listen with an open mind. Welcome fresh perspectives and insights from others. If you receive harsh criticism, consider, what can I learn from this? Ask yourself, is this feedback coming from someone I admire or someone whose opinion I respect? This may help you filter which pieces of feedback are are meaningful and which are just empty noise. Just like I was saying, how about how people in your life, like once you stop people pleasing, people treat you differently. Now that's probably what's happening now. So you're probably, the talk of the town. People are probably, oh, do you notice how so and so is acting? Or do you notice how this person is doing this or that person's doing that? Like the collective is always the problem, you know what I mean? And it's not. The collective is not the problem. The collective are the ones that are, bringing in the light and illuminating other people's lives. They just don't know that you're doing it, right? And you're probably just becoming aware that you are. Oh, I stopped drinking coffee and I started drinking this stuff called Comfrey. And it's like a substitute for coffee, but it has no caffeine. And it has almost like a caramelly type hint to it. But it's comfrey is like a medicinal plant, right? I mean, it looks like coffee and everything. Well, it looks like coffee. Well, I'll take the lid off here and show you. I don't want to spill it on my cards because, I'm a klutz. But see, it looks just like coffee. And it's very yummy. And it gives you that, I'm still drinking coffee, but you're not. Let's see here, one of these. The Palladians really want, look, no joke, relationship conflict. The Palladians wanted to bring a message here this morning, so I brought the deck out. Always be open to the viewpoints of others to lessen or eliminate conflict. Like I said, you can listen to people. Just like this card said, you can listen to people, but you have to think, who is this person? And is this person somebody I respect? Is this somebody that matches my energy? Is this somebody that pours into me as I pour into them? But even if just listening to somebody can be enough to diffuse, you don't have to do what they say or listen to it, but just, I shouldn't say listen, but you can just sit down and be like, okay, what do you have to say? I'm open to hear it, and then listen to them, and then take, whatever, and just say, okay, well, I need a day or two to reflect, if you don't mind, and you know what I mean? Yeah, relationship 13. This is definitely about relationships that you're in, because it's saying here in Lakic, recognize that we are all the same, many parts of the complete whole. Yeah, like you're no different than anybody else. I'm no different than you. You're no different than me. We're just at different stages of our evolution. We're in different stages of being, of understanding, of balance. Okay, Spirit. Let's see what they want here. Manifesting intuition. Use your intuition to call your dreams into reality. Yeah, like I was saying here, that's why they were saying like the answers are within and your inner learnings. Follow your heart because the truth will always prevail. Okay. A lot of these cards flipped out anyway, so let's see here. What do we have here? Stay the course. No joke, because they have here with the venture forward, and then they were showing me the wheel rolling forward, and I was saying like just keep moving forward. So don't panic. You're not on the wrong path. You're just having a bumpy start. Learn from your experiences and keep going. That's why I was saying, like, I think that you're having conflict because if you stop being a people pleaser, then this video is definitely for you. Isis reclaiming your magic. No joke, Spirit. Because you call back your power and what is rightfully yours. And that's what happens when you stop being a people pleaser. You no longer give your power away. You no longer give energy into people. You no longer give them your money. You no longer give them your attention. You no longer, feed their egos. You no longer worry about what they think of you. Relationship, yes, being different. And I was just talking about how, um, if you're anything like me, like you're different. And I'm going to tell you something else. You have 4 4 here, and then this card is 4 4, and then you have number 8. So if so it's like you could be seeing the number 888 even. Okay, so you like me, you could be really different. See how they have this heart and how it's expanding. This is you finding that balance, and like I said, you could have bad days, and that's okay, because we all have tempers. We all have, we're human, and we're here to experience these emotions. We're not here to just be, loving all day, every day. Like, that's just not how it's going to ever be. And people that say that they are fake. I'm just going to say it straight up. We all have emotions, and that's what we're here to experience, these emotions, right? So being different is neither good nor bad. It is just different. Exactly. Again, this throat thing here going on. Sorry. Oh, they want me to bring up my tree cards too, and I forgot about them. So nature, earth here. Walk outside in nature, putting your feet firmly on the ground to connect with the earth that supports you. Yes, it was funny too, because I dreamed of plants last night. It was really weird. I was dreaming of plants and how rapid they were growing, and it was just really weird. And then I got up this morning, and I do a little bit of gardening, not a lot, but a little. And I had planted some seeds like 4 days ago on April 1st, I think, April 1st or 2nd. And I thought I should just check them this morning. And lo and behold, they're all sprouted up, and they're like an inch and a half tall. And I'm just like, what is going on? They shouldn't even, like, these type of seeds, they take like, 7 to 10 days to germinate, and they germinated in less than 4. So 4 again, funny spirit. Okay, so they want me to bring out one of my tree decks here. This one. Okay. Soul seeds. I believe that there's going to be some form of portal or something opening up, because I know as soon as I got that, I heard portal. Oh, look, I just noticed that. That looks like the North Star. The North Star, all those, has like the 8 points. Those 8 points. Oh my gosh, it looks like she's got the North Star on her head too. You know, with the North Star, it represents, like all the elements of the earth, but it also represents north, east, south, and west, right? Okay. Beacon. See, just like I was saying, that I think you're some type of leader, or you spread light onto others, or oh, look, the sweet's back on the bottom. Funny spirit. So your angels think you're very sweet. That's beautiful. And this is the Archangel Michael deck, and this deck here, this is Archangel Michael right here. Yeah, they're here to support. Absolutely. So they know you're a beacon. That's why they're telling you, like, you're reclaiming your magic, and you're a beacon. Oh my God, look at on the bottom, his heart. It's because of your heart, the purity of your heart. Oh, they want you to explore. Okay, so I just heard, like, tell them to stop beating themselves up. So I think you've, like I said, like, you could have had a really bad day, and you probably reacted in a way that you probably normally don't. And maybe you didn't handle the conflict as well as you thought you should have, but that's okay. Don't beat yourself up about it. Halo. Oh my God, you might be an earth angel. Your angels think that you're handling everything just really well. I mean, they brought out Halo, they brought out the card Sweet twice. They're talking about your heart a lot. They're here to support you. Enchant. I don't know what that card, this card means. I wonder if there's, to see how these are like silver here. I just heard the word silver lining. I'm going to just quickly check the book here to see what she refers to by the word enchant. See that there's like 3 orbs here. And I see that there's 3 people in this boat rowing. Okay, let's see what she means by enchant. Charm, delight, and mesmerize. You charm, you delight, and you mesmerize people. That's beautiful, Spirit. Thank you. I think we could all hear, like hearing that today. If you're having a rough day, okay, I'm going to move these cards over here. So you're a beacon. That's why you're, and I was saying how like you're a leader in some way. See, and the thing is, because of your light, you're always going to draw people, but you could be drawing negative and positive to you, right? And that's probably why you're having some conflict, but you are having some support here. There's times where you have to go into your hermit stage and regain your energy back because, people are very depleting, right? So this is your heart. So you use your heart to find the messages that you need. They even brought that up here, your inner learnings. And then enchant. Oh my gosh, look, it's because your frequency, just like I was talking about. Your frequency. Oh, okay. We're gonna take one more card here. What's this? I flipped over. Vibes. Yeah, always go with your vibes. Always listen to your heart. Always listen. Take that time. Absolutely. Okay, here. Yes, because you're going to elevate. It elevates you. Okay, Spirit, that's beautiful. Okay, so, that's what they were talking about. That's why they had me do this reading first, and then they're going to have me do that other one, because you're going through, so you're going to have some kind of spiritual ranking, even though, like, you probably feel like you've messed up because you yelled at somebody or told somebody off, or the conflict was not, you felt like you didn't handle it, you let your temper get away from you. But again, we're here to, experience the human emotions, right? So here we got number 36, Dragonfly. You bring light to this world. No joke, Spirit. Yeah. Just like I was saying, your guides, the angels here. That's why they're saying stay the course. Like they have, oh look, I just realized he's got a halo. And they brought up the card halo. You're definitely an earth angel of some sort. Maybe you don't feel like you are, but angels come in different ways. And I'm going to tell you, angels are not all love. They can kick your butt. You know what I mean? Like, angels are, like they carry swords, and you know what I mean? Like they're not just about, well, and then here we got the 5 of Wands with conflict. So it's people that you've had close relationships with. So this could be family, it could be coworkers. I think that you might have had some kind of conflict, and now it's, it's making you question that you messed up and you're off the track and all that, but you haven't. Like I said, you're here to experience these human emotions. Like Archangel Michael is saying here, stay the course. Don't panic. You're not on the wrong path. You've just had a bumpy start. Learn from your experience and keep going. So whatever these people could be saying to you, you just go into your heart space. You just follow your heart. You're being supported. You're a beacon for light. Okay. It's on the bottom, the moon. Yeah. You're dealing with, it's really showing me how you're dealing with conflict here. You have this dog, barking at the moon. You have this wolf howling at the moon. These are, this is representing, you could have a lot of people like backbiting you at this time, talking about you, creating these false illusions. Yep, strength. And the lion is all about courage. Yeah, this energy is coming in fast with this support. How many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you have the Eight of Wands. You have the Chariot. Yeah. You should see how, like, I think they're going to help bring you in some strength here. With the Chariot, this is how, this is definitely to confirm that you're on the right path. It also is about, the struggle that you've come through of being the people pleaser and all that. Look, Queen of Pentacles too. Queen of Pentacles, you're a nurturer, you're well grounded. Survived a lot. Oh, my cat's got he's got his foot underneath the door. I love the Six of Pentacles. Okay, one more. The Knight of Wands, and I split that on the Knight of Wands too. Hold on, I gotta let my cat in. He's got his paw under the door trying to get in. It's so cute and funny. Come on. Push down. So if you're new here, you're going to have a lot of interruptions when I do readings. My pets have a lot to do with interfering with my reading. Well, I guess it's not really interfering, but... Okay. So we have the Six of Pentacles here, and the Six of Pentacles is about the giving and the receiving. So don't give to people that don't pour back. If there's a saying that I remind myself of all the time, and it basically is don't move a mountain for someone that can't move a pebble for you. Not everybody is deserving of your energy. You're always going to run into people when you're on a spiritual path. You're going to run into, because the negative, they're always going to try to prevent you from moving forward. And they do that through conflict. They do it through the people around you. So they, and then of course, it's the emotions. They play on your emotions, right? And then we have like the Knight of Wands here. The Knight of Wands is a pretty fast moving energy as well, but this is all about courage and, the adventure. And then I noticed that they have like the Great Adventure here. This is, the energy of taking like inspired action towards pursuing your dreams. So whatever your dreams are, Spirit is like all on board with that. Okay. Is it that, Spirit? Oh, this, right. Okay, so number 44. There's something in the book they want us to know here. Let's find out what it is. Number 44. Okay. I don't even know what the name of this card is. Let's see here. Number 44. The worlds are calling you forth. No joke. Look. Stay the course. Great adventure. The Knight of Wands. Get the Chariot. Spirit. When our world has become too small for our spirit, it can feel painful, like trying to walk in shoes that we've outgrown. Doing it for too long can leave one feeling crippled with pain and unable to walk. Your spirit is yearning to encounter new worlds of experience. The universe is responding to that need in broadening your horizons. You may welcome the unfamiliar, even when it seems intimidating or unappealing. Know that you shall find a way to flourish. You always do. You may reside in these new worlds or choose to pass through on your way to yet more adventure. No joke, Spirit. Um, you are destined to embark upon new experiences, and something of value is awaiting you. Let your spirit kick off your shoes, run barefoot and free along the beautiful path unfolding before you now. No joke. And it's funny because they brought this reading out before they want me to do the download that I received, the channel message that I received about freedom from bondage, and that you're going to be rising in your spiritual ranking. So I'm going to do that reading right after this because I am really curious to find out what's going to happen in that. So yeah, this is really beautiful. So you're really moving forward, even though you might have had some hiccups or bumps in the road, as they said. Okay, Spirit, I'm going to close the reading, and I'm going to bless you guys, and I'm going to send you all my love and light, and I hope this video finds you well. And if you've liked or resonated with this video, if you hit the like button and the share, it helps push the message out to other people like you and me, and helps us all be able to become, our own community, which is something that, a lot of us do desire, considering that if you're a people pleaser, your family probably doesn't care too much about you anymore, you know. So I'm just going to let that video go, and I'm going to move on to the next one because I can't wait to find out what's going on. So bye, everyone.